When we think of a criminal trial, our minds probably jump to these big, dramatic courtroom scenes we see in movies, right? Long, drawn-out proceedings. But what about the millions of smaller cases that flood the system? Things like traffic violations, petty theft, minor disputes. Today, we're going to dive into the fast-track legal machines India uses to handle these minor crimes and keep things moving.
So you have to ask, does every tiny offense get the full Hollywood courtroom treatment? Thankfully, the answer is a big, fat no. The legal system actually has these built-in express lanes, you could say, to make sure justice doesn't get totally stuck in traffic.
And the first of these express lanes is something called the summons trial. This is pretty much the go-to procedure for any offense where the maximum punishment is less than 2 years in jail. The whole point here? Speed and simplicity.
The process itself is incredibly direct. It's refreshingly simple. When the accused person shows up in court, the magistrate just gets straight to it. They state the offense, and then they ask for a plea, guilty or not guilty. If the plea is not guilty, okay, both sides present their evidence, and then a judgment is delivered. It's a really clean, straightforward process designed to be quick.
And get this? To make things even faster, for certain really minor offenses, the accused doesn't even have to physically show up in court to plead guilty. They can just send a letter, maybe with a friend or a messenger, and include whatever fine was mentioned in the summons. This saves everybody a massive amount of time and hassle. But here's what truly sets a summons trial apart from the more serious cases. There's this one specific rule, and honestly, it's a total game changer when it comes to speed. Okay, so in those big, serious trials, there's a whole formal process of framing charges. It's a detailed legal document that's drafted and read out. In a summons trial, that whole step is completely skipped. The magistrate just verbally tells the person what they're being accused of. That's it. And this isn't just some minor little procedural thing. It is the defining feature of a summons trial. By getting rid of the need for a formal written charge, the process sheds a ton of procedural weight, and that allows it to move much, much faster. The traffic ticket analogy is actually perfect here. When you get pulled over, the officer tells you exactly what you did wrong, right? It's a direct, simple statement. That's the whole principle behind this. Get straight to the point without getting bogged down in formal paperwork. So, a summons trial is fast. But what if we need to go even faster? For the most minor of minor offenses, the system can actually shift into its highest gear, the summary trial. Now, this procedure isn't for everything. It's reserved for a very specific list of petty offenses. We're talking about things like theft of property worth less than 2,000 rupees, or insults that are meant to start a fight, or criminal intimidation. These are exactly the kinds of cases the system wants to resolve as quickly as humanly possible. But all this extreme speed comes with a really important safeguard. The absolute maximum sentence in a summary trial is strictly limited to just 3 months. This ensures that this super fast process is only used for genuinely minor cases, which is crucial for protecting the rights of the accused. Okay, so we've got two fast-track systems, the summons trial and the even faster summary trial. Let's actually put them side by side. It'll make the key differences really pop. Looking at this chart, you can really see how they relate. A summary trial actually follows the same basic steps as a summons trial. It's just, well, a more stripped-down, super fast version. The trade-off is crystal clear. You get extreme speed, but the potential punishment gets capped at just 3 months. So why have all these different procedures? Why not just have one system for everything? Well, it all comes down to this fundamental balancing act that's right at the heart of the entire justice system. Yeah, you can think of the justice system as needing different gears for different problems. The summons trial is like an efficient, everyday gear for a whole range of less serious crimes. The summary trial, that's the highest gear, the overdrive, built for maximum speed to clear the most minor cases off the docket so the courts can focus their time and energy on more serious stuff. And that's really the main takeaway here. This isn't about cutting corners or sacrificing justice. It's about being smart and applying the right legal tool for the right job. By tailoring the process to how serious the crime is, the whole system just works better for everybody. So, we've seen that India has a pretty efficient system for handling minor crimes. But this whole quest for speed leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about. As we make things faster, how do we make absolutely sure that fairness is never left behind? Is faster justice always better justice? We'll leave you with that thought.